Hello, I am Miss Hughes, Head of Modern Foreign Languages at the John Roan School. In this presentation, I will be giving some key information for students and parents of GCSE French and Spanish students regarding the GCSE course and curriculum, assessment, resources for independent revision, and GCSE exams in community languages. I would like to begin by giving a brief overview of the GCSE course content. For both Spanish and French, the GCSE course is broadly divided into three main themes: identity and culture, local, national and international areas of interest, and current and future study and employment. These main themes each have 4 subtopics which are studied over years 10 and 11. The curriculum has been planned to give students the opportunity to consolidate their prior knowledge of their language of study, whilst increasing in the linguistic complexity with which they can discuss topics as they progress through the course. The teaching of each topic gives students multiple opportunities to recycle previously taught language, ensuring that high-frequency vocabulary and grammatical structures are embedded by the end of Year 11. The 5 units of work that will be covered by Year 10 this year are shown below. The 3 remaining units of study will be taught over the autumn and spring 1 terms of Year 11. The spring 2 term will be dedicated to revision and exam practice to ensure that students are well prepared for their summer exams. Again, students will have the opportunity to revisit and recycle Year 10 content during Year 11 on a lesson-by-lesson basis as they progress through these topics, as well as in their weekly homework tasks. This Year 11 Spanish homework schedule for the autumn term is an example of how students will be directed to review previously taught content as part of their home learning. Each week, students will be provided with listening and reading past paper questions to complete at home, as well as vocabulary learning, each on a different topic from the GCSE course. GCSE French and Spanish are linear qualifications, meaning that all assessment takes place at the end of the course. There are 4 papers in total, each worth 25% of the total grades. These are listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Students will be entered for assessment at either foundation or higher tier and must be entered for the same tier for all 4 papers. Foundation tier students can be awarded up to a maximum of a grade 5, whilst higher tier students can achieve from a grade 4 to a grade 9. Tier entry will be discussed by class teachers with students and parents following on from the November mock exams. As many of you will already know, Ofqual have announced changes to assessment for many subjects for the 2021 exams. For French and Spanish, this has been done with a view to maximising teaching time in Year 11. For summer 2021 only, the exam will be reduced to 3 papers: reading, writing and listening, each worth 1/3 of students' total grade. Speaking will be a teacher-assessed endorsement. Rather than count as part of students' 1 to 9 grade, it will be reported alongside the grade as either a pass, a merit or a distinction. Assessment criteria have yet to be released by Ofqual and the exam boards, but this information will of course be shared with students and parents once we have received it. Also, in the writing paper, rather than providing students with a choice of 2 questions, students will have a choice of 3 questions of which they must answer 1, which will allow students to play to their strengths in terms of the theme that they choose to write about. The exam dates which have been provisionally released by AQA for the 2021 exams for French are the 19th of May for the listening and reading papers and the 21st of May for the writing paper. For Spanish, the listening and reading papers provisionally will take place on the 26th of May and the writing paper will take place on the 7th of June. All Year 11 students have already been provided with 3 revision workbooks: Target, AQA, GCSE Writing and Reading workbooks, and a Grammar, Vocabulary and Translation workbook. Students can use these resources as part of their independent revision, and answers have been provided where possible for self-correction. Independent work completed with these resources may of course be shared with teachers for additional feedback and support, particularly exam practice for the writing paper. Further revision resources continue to be added to each teaching group's team's class notebook, and class teachers will take the time in lessons to familiarise students with where to find and how to use these resources over the coming weeks. Each GCSE class also has a Quizlet class group. This will be used to regularly set vocabulary learning homework, but the vocabulary sets available in the Quizlet class are an excellent resource for students' independent study. Little and often is the key to success for vocabulary learning, and as little as 10 minutes daily practice can make a huge difference to the retention of vocabulary. Finally, past papers, which are available from the AQA website and other exam boards offering GCSE qualifications, are an excellent resource for students to gain extra exam practice. The specifications do differ slightly, but the content is largely the same and a worthwhile revision resource. In the John Roan, we also offer students the chance to sit GCSE exams in their home language wherever possible. Students should already have a good spoken and written level of the language in order to sit the exam. If you would like your child to sit to GCSE in any of the languages listed, please send me an email as soon as possible to kira.hughes@thejohnroanschool.org.uk so that I can provide some past paper practice and enter them for the exam. You can find more information about the GCSE exams and some past papers for independent practice on the AQA website. Also, feel free to email me with any questions or queries at kira.hughes@thejohnroanschool.org.uk. Thanks for listening.